The following podcast has been rated Listener MA. It contains strong language, violence, adult situations, nudity. Listener discretion is advised.
It's snowing here in Kansas, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Unfiltered Sportscast. I'm your host, Scotty Gurman, a.k.a. Scottage Cheese, and alongside me, as usual, I have two excellent stand-up comedians from here in the Wichita, Kansas area. First, as usual, the 84?
84.
In 1984, Kingman County T-Ball Defensive Player of the Year Award winner, Mr. Jeremy Joseph.
Lick my balls, Scotty. We've only been doing this shit for a fucking year.
For a fucking
and
year.
you don't know the goddamn year. Fuck you.
I say it enough. I just kind of forget at that point.
87 is a fucking insult.
That's the year I was born.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
I don't want to have anything associated with that year. In fact, I didn't even live through that year. I was put in a medically induced coma because I knew you had been born that year.
Sweet. Awesome. And the wreck himself, Mr. Derek Alders.
What's up, April Scott?
What? Hey, yeah, that one's kind of gay.
Yeah.
Fitting.
Yeah.
Very fitting.
Yeah. For 87. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. So, yeah, welcome to the Unfiltered Sportscast. This is a sports talk show with stand-up comedians where we make fun of all kinds of inappropriate stuff going on in sports, the current events going on in sports. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. This one's going to be probably a little bit tougher. But we're going to try to make it as much fun as we possibly can. You can follow us on Facebook, which is the Unfiltered Sportscast. You can watch this video. We record every video on YouTube and put it up so you can actually look and see exactly what our ugly faces look like.
We record naked.
No, we don't. And please do us a favor, like, subscribe, and also if you are listening to this on the the Apple Podcast, please do us a favor, give us a 5-star rating. That helps get this show out. Thank you so much. And as we always do, we like to start off with our week recap. Mr. Jeremy, you sound like death, dude.
Yeah. Got some great news. Yesterday, found out I am a card-carrying holder of the influenza virus.
Don't breathe on me.
You guys, you're welcome for this next couple of weeks coming up. I actually don't feel too terribly bad. I'm on a nice mix of some prescription medication and Dayquil, Robitussin, and maybe just a pinch of crystal methamphetamine. And, it seems to be working really well for me.
Good.
Yeah.
Sound like shit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I kind of thought I sounded sexy.
I'm hard.
Yeah, but that's pretty typical.
I know, right? Every time we do this show, Derek's just 12. He's
Full mast.
Yeah, that's right.
Uh-huh. In fact, we can't even start the show unless Derek's had his Viagra. It's weird.
Yeah,
I don't understand it, but hey, it follows superstitions, right?
There you go.
I stack onion rings on it so I can snack during the show.
Anyways, how was your week, man?
I actually went to the doctor as well. Not sick, but I found out I don't have the beatus, so that's good.
That's great.
That runs in the family. Dad's got it. Way to go, Dad. Thanks a lot. But I'm safe for a few more years.
Some people probably don't know what the beatus is.
Oh, diabetes. I don't have that.
Well, you got to eat them Quaker oats. That's what Wilford Brimley always told us.
Exactly.
That's how you save yourself from the diabetes.
So yeah, I got
Keep it under control. Type 2.
all shitloads of blood drawn, like 5 different vials to test for all sorts of shit, I guess. And
Yeah.
so far I know I'm not anemic and I don't have the beatus.
That's good.
So
That's stellar.
and we did that, and then to celebrate, I went out and ate a pound of sugar.
Nice.
Oh, and
Just spoonfuls, just
yeah,
shovel it in, huh?
yeah. Oh, that's what you do. So I snorted some of it.
You don't know what I do.
He sings the Mary Poppins song as he's taking it.
I don't even know what that is.
Really? Spoonful of sugar helps
Let us
medicine
go
go down.
Oh,
Where
all
the
right.
fuck were you? Your childhood sucked.
No, I watched Ninja Turtles and didn't suck dick. So,
You
That
need to
was-
learn your musicals, queer.
Yeah, come on,
Yeah.
you fag.
jeez,
Oh, that's a bad one. I probably shouldn't have used that word.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Oh, well.
it's
Moving
okay.
on.
You can say it because you are one.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
True. Okay. All right. I see how that goes there.
It's like how I can say cracker.
And I can say the N word.
And I can say honky.
Yeah.
By that you mean neighbor, right? Because you are a neighbor to
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
It's not a good one.
No, I'm definitely not State Farming it.
Is that your week?
Yeah, we went and saw 1917 also.
How is that?
How was that?
Don't spoil it, but what happens?
Oh well, it's I don't want to spoil it, but it happens in World War One.
No
Really?
kidding.
So it's
Shocking.
pretty. It's suspenseful. The ending was just kind of to me. I don't know. It won a lot of awards and it was all right. It was okay.
I've heard it's pretty visually spectacular.
It
A
is.
lot of good special effects and stuff.
Yeah. It was. I mean, yeah, and I was on the edge of my seat when nothing's going on. It's hard to do that. You know when he's.
I'm very glad that they made the movie. World War One doesn't get near enough credit. Everybody focuses on two.
Yeah. That was the worst one. World War One was awful.
See, I like
Yeah.
Grenada.
It was so much different.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Oh
one.
yeah, it was a route.
Yeah.
We housed them
Yeah, that's my favorite.
in and out. Get it done quick.
Was that like your first choice? Was 1917? Bad Boys 2 is out, dude.
I know. 3. It would be
Or
the
3.
third
Sorry,
one.
3. My bad.
I'll wait for that to come to Netflix.
Are
or
you
something.
serious?
Yeah,
Did Martin Lawrence eat Gina?
I think so.
Fuck, dude.
What
he
the
did. He
fuck?
put on some
I'll
weight.
tell you what. Back in the day, I would have.
I mean, he's looks like he should be in the clumps.
He's starting to actually look like Big Mama.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he really is. But no, seriously. I mean, I'll if you want to go, I'll go with you. I
don't really wanna
my,
go.
My wife, what really?
No.
Oh God, 1 and 2 are like two of awesome. Some of my favorite
It just
movies.
seems like such a weird cash grab.
No,
That's the way I look at it.
I haven't
Really?
heard any reviews, good or bad, about it, but
I mean, all my friends said it was.
I get a
good.
little sick of Will Smith. Shit
We're your
too.
only friends, and neither of us have seen it.
No. I had a buddy I grew up with that he went and saw it with his fucking girlfriend. Such a piece of
Does
shit.
he know that you call him your friend?
Yeah. Been my friend longer than anybody. I've known him since I was like, I think 6.
Is this like a Secret Santa type friend?
No.
Is it a pen pal you
was so
met
super
in
pissed.
prison, like that you were writing back and forth to?
No.
And
No. Yeah. But anyway, long story short. Yeah, I did not get to do a whole lot of fun stuff. I did get to go pick Derek up in order for him to be on the show today.
Yeah.
I did get to do that.
I tried to bail, and he's like, "No, you've got to do this. You are the glue that holds this together." And I'm
Tried
like,
to bail. He's terrified of driving in snow.
No, I need new tires, and I don't have new tire money. We need more listeners.
Oh, is that right?
That's yeah. Then I can get some new tires.
Thanks
Show.
to you, Derek can't be safe on the road.
Yeah, because you're not sharing with your friends.
all you fuckers who ain't listen, I realize I bitched you guys out before, but fuck everybody who doesn't listen to this show.
All of you,
All of
the
you.
whole bunch.
I did also find something out I'm extremely excited about though. I found out today.
That your wife is going to let you have another dude in the bedroom, so you can be three. You can finally have your first threesome.
No.
Oh, no, that he's going to be allowed in the bedroom while she's
Yeah, that's not it. They are bringing back the Mighty Ducks.
What?
They're
They're in Anaheim.
No, not those. No, those are just the Ducks. Those are the Anaheim Ducks. The movie, The Mighty Ducks, the Gordon Bombay
God
jersey that
damn
holds
it.
behind you on Disney Plus. They're gonna have a series, and guess what? Emilio Estevez is playing Gordon Bombay.
Jeez, if
Listen,
I
why-
needed another reason not to subscribe to Disney Plus, I just got it.
No, it's
I don't understand. Why do you fuck with perfection? They left that thing. The Mighty Ducks 3 was
That was
awful.
enough.
That was awful.
that was the Citizen Kane of high school hockey movies. I mean, we can all relate to being a team of ringers on a high school prep school team where apparently
Co-ed.
you can just, steal from a 5-star restaurant and nobody calls the police or
Yeah.
there's no repercussions.
They had to
Yeah,
wash
You have to
Yeah.
wash dishes.
Yet Jameis Winston can't get away with stealing crab legs from Publix.
That guy's just a shit thief. That's
I mean, for what it's worth, if you were a '90s kid, you watched Mighty Ducks, and at the time you thought it was the best movie ever, and you watched it 25 fucking times.
No, I watched Bloodsport 25 fucking
I
times.
watched that movie too, but
I get the two confused a lot.
They should just let hockey sticks in Bloodsport.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That would have
sure.
been badass. Van Damme with a hockey stick? Look out.
no kidding.
B2.
The Dukes is back.
Oh, that's some funny shit.
Yeah, the Mighty Dukes.
Mighty Dukes.
Mighty Dukes.
Yes. Frank Dukes.
Chung Lee is
Oh,
back.
that's so fucking great.
And
Mighty
we'll-
Dukes.
We'll still get Emilio Estevez to play him. Because, quite frankly, he and John Claude are about the same age, aren't they?
Probably. The Mighty Dukes. That's going to be stuck in my head forever. And it deserves to be.
But anyways, other than that, pretty boring weekend. I don't know about you guys, but I sure as shit didn't watch the Pro Bowl. Anybody else watch Pro Bowl?
I went and got a haircut on Sunday at Sport Clips, which probably where I...
Which sport clips did you go to?
The one in Derby. I like to think that along with a haircut, I might have gotten the flu there. No, I'm sure I actually had it. I probably gave people there the flu.
I think
just
you got
wasn't
the
feeling symptoms yet.
I think it's the coronavirus that you're battling.
But they had it on against my will, so it wasn't nearly as pleasurable as normal. I got to see right as they were sending in, that fucking gunslinger Ryan Tannehill, guy who averaged 230 passing yards in 11 starts this year. The guy who threw for 140 yards a game in the playoffs, Ryan Tannehill,
I didn't even know
Pro
it was
Bowl
that
quarterback.
That's kind of the 411 is basically the quarterbacks that make the playoffs that don't make it to the Super Bowl. Those guys are Pro Bowls guys. That's it.
I don't think you know what 411 means.
Oh, what did I mean? That's kind of
411 is information.
General information.
I think you mean the norm.
For an
The
extra
norm.
quarter, they can
Yeah.
connect you.
My bad.
Sure.
Apparently.
I used to do that shit all the time and piss my parents off so bad. Why can't you just write the number down? It already costs us money. Why can't you look it up in the phone book? No, I hadn't watched it in probably 3 or 4 years, any of it. It has gotten so much worse even.
It's awful.
I mean, they could go out there and play flag football. That would be
Sure.
more entertaining.
Two-hand touch.
Sure. That's basically what they're doing.
Yeah, that's what
They're
it should
whistling
be.
them down before nobody got tackled. They're whistling the play dead as soon as the contact is made.
And
It's stupid.
and the special needs kid broke an 80-yard run.
He did.
Yeah.
He fucking paused after 60 yards to do the fucking Heisman. Which is college, you fucking tard.
Oh my god.
Speaking, we had just talked about some players who were in drafts. Did you guys know that Jamal Charles participated heavily in the Special Olympics?
No.
Yeah, he grew up with a learning disability and got to... That
What a
doesn't
ringer.
No shit.
Jesus Christ.
I'm guessing he fucking
You're kidding me.
blew him away in the 100-yard dash.
You're joking, right?
No.
You're dead serious.
No, and he still to this day is a strong supporter of the Special Olympics.
Well,
Well, fuck, he's he's got more medals than Michael Phelps does.
right, yeah.
Granted, everybody gets a medal.
He might have gone back to compete. I've always thought it was a shame that the Special Olympics didn't have boxing.
They're already wearing headgear.
Strong as fucking bulls too.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Man. All right. Well, moving on from the Pro Bowl that nobody fucking watched. For what it's worth, we did the poll. We actually did the poll on this one.
Oh, you mean like spinning around?
No,
and
the
dancing
Facebook
for
poll.
money?
Last week's
that poll.
shitty situation of the week was basically be forced to either watch your parents fuck or be forced to watch the Pro Bowl.
How'd the poll end up?
Pro Bowl won by a significant amount of numbers, but it was more than just me, you, and Jeremy that
Voted
voted
for
for would watch our parents.
Well,
fuck.
you didn't vote for watching the parents fuck.
I
That
didn't
was-
originally. I changed my vote whenever I voted on the poll, and here's why. You convinced me, because you were like, you made the comment of, well, the Pro Bowl is what, 3 hours long, and
Yeah.
I know that the latter is significantly quicker than 3 hours.
Oh,
so-
yeah, I take after my dad. 4 pumps.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that's gonna waste significantly less time. It's gonna be so much less time. So I'll have 2 hours and 55 minutes left to do something else.
Yeah, my dad can finish up in the time it takes me to jerk off 3 times. And, so I'll have entertained
Impressive.
myself for that time.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm a speedster. I'm the Jamal Charles of jerking off.
Right.
Retarded.
Yep.
That's so bad. Okay, so unfortunately, to start off the show, we do obviously got to talk. This is the first time that we've kind of all sat down and talked about this. Unfortunately, over the weekend, Kobe Bryant passed away in a helicopter crash with 7 other folks alongside his daughter. So a total of 9 victims. And that was Sunday. I believe it was the 28th, I believe, is
Yeah, it
whenever
was
it
Sunday,
happened.
the 27th.
27th. Anyways, there's a lot of people that are
26th. Today's the 28th.
Oh,
It
that's
really
what I messed up.
overshadowed Pro Bowl Sunday.
Yeah. It overshadowed everything. I mean, after everybody found out about it, I didn't find out about it until, Derek's the one who texted me. I turned my phone off. I flat out turned my phone off for all day. I think the latter half of Saturday and then kind of the beginning of Sunday. I didn't have my phone on, didn't really watch a whole lot.
Yeah, I was
so-
fucking shocked. Like I didn't know Boeing made helicopters.
Yeah.
No,
It was actually a Sikorsky, which is a Textron product. They make Cessna.
but no, I grew up. I mean, I grew up in Illinois, but I was always a Laker fan. I was a Laker fan until LeBron got there.
Right.
So I grew up watching Kobe, like through my high school years all the way to my 30s.
Yeah.
And I remember having arguments about how I thought he was better than Jordan. And
Of course you would.
I mean, I loved Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
And granted, he had his issues with the Colorado thing, and that's not really, I don't really feel needs to be discussed.
No.
I don't.
See,
I don't think it happened.
Well, we'll never know for sure, but I mean, he certainly cheated on his wife.
He did,
Um,
but
it-
I
he-
bet 90% of the NBA does that.
it doesn't,
It doesn't
make
make
it
it
right.
okay.
Doesn't make it okay.
What my
When
whole
in
thing
Rome.
is, it needs to be acknowledged that he was not perfect.
No.
He was a human being. He had some boxing around the edges. That is, you can't really discuss. It would be an injustice to skip that part of his career and just overlook it.
If you look
or
at the,
what he did on the basketball court overshadows that. I mean, that's not right.
the person he became after that.
Certainly.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
You
That's,
know,
that's actually what I said because we were getting some flack or we got a little bit of flack of sharing a couple of things about how rest in peace Kobe and all this things. Because me and Derek both, I mean, we're devastated. I mean, if you grew up if you were born in the mid '80s, you lived through the latter half of Jordan's career.
I lived through all of Jordan and all of Kobe.
I didn't.
Jeremy did too.
Because Jordan started playing for Chicago in '83, and then he went and played all the way. I think it was until
03, I
it
think.
was 84 when Jordan
Well,
started
03 when he was with the Wizards. He played for the Bulls. He skipped 94 to play baseball, and then he finished out. So
Came
90,
back in
hang on.
95.
Hang on a
84
sec.
to 98.
Michael Jordan played for somebody other than the Wizards?
The Bulls.
Yeah.
Yeah. He played for the Bulls.
Shocking.
Chicago? I only knew him as a Wizard, I guess.
But yeah, like everybody that grew up around that time saw, and I think it's mainly like when you're cognitive. I mean, a lot of people that say they remember Jordan maybe don't remember him like you do as if you're an adult, or if you have an adult mind, you kind of maybe remember a snippet or whatever of Jordan, but you remember Kobe if you were born in the mid 80s. You remember him being on the floor. You remember the first time whenever he went up against Jordan, right? Because they played each other several times, and that, in my opinion, as far as a basketball talent goes, is the most comparable person to Michael Jordan. Fuck LeBron. LeBron is out of this conversation. He plays a different position, plays in a different area.
Chases rings.
He chases rings. He has to have a supporting crew around him, and he has to have a coach that he can control. Take him out of this whole conversation. But as far as Kobe Bryant was, the dude was just a freaking... I mean, he was emulating Michael Jordan. He wanted to be better than Michael Jordan.
He was the logical heir apparent to carry the torch for Michael Jordan.
Right.
And
he did.
He
did,
and he and Allen Iverson were kind of
Answer was
instrumental.
sick, man.
They were instrumental in. They kind of kicked off that post Dream Team era, which unfortunately for me, that's kind of where I kind of checked
Fell off.
out
Yeah.
of the NBA. So I don't draw the same emotional ties that obviously what you guys do
Sure.
to him, because I just kind of quit caring about the NBA. I certainly acknowledge that. I mean, there was a solid, probably a 5-year period from Jordan's last championship to probably when LeBron came in, that there was no question Kobe was the top force as far as basketball
the NBA,
talent
yeah.
in the NBA.
Absolutely.
I mean, he did all those things that Jordan did. He won the slam dunk contest.
Oh yeah,
Captain in the All-Star team. He kept
won a
winning.
gold medal.
Did he?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he did.
I thought that next Olympics was the one where they got the
NCAA
Bronze.
players.
No, they really shit the bed.
Now the one where
That might have been the World Championships.
yeah, the Kobe team that went to the Olympics won a gold medal.
Okay.
Very easily.
I don't consider that as impressive as back in the days when they played with college
Sure.
kids.
No, I agree.
It's a stacked thing, but other countries are kind of catching up too. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, he is anything that he did off the court. There's still no denying he was of his time the brightest superstar
Yeah.
in the NBA.
Well, and for what it's worth, I mean, a lot of folks still to this day, just like myself, I'll defend Jordan forever. I will always say Jordan is the best. But a lot of people that don't pay attention or don't look this shit up, Jordan's an asshole.
Yes.
Michael Jordan's a prick.
Yeah, and always kind of was.
And he always was. He's a prick to everybody. I mean, when the cameras are on him and stuff like that, he puts on a show and does his deal like he's supposed to. But in real life, when he knows the cameras aren't watching him and stuff like that in private rooms, he's a fucking prick. He's an asshole off the floor. But that's not why he's loved. He was loved because of how much fire he had on the court, how he played the game, and that's kind of the same argument where I was with Kobe. Listen,
Sure.
I was not a Laker fan. In fact, I hated the Los Angeles Lakers forever. For what it's worth, they kept on beating the shit out of my teams that I was rooting for at the time. So I had a lot of hatred towards Kobe because he was a winner. He was literally the best basketball player in that era after Jordan. So the people that are sitting there and saying all this nasty stuff about Kobe Bryant with this stuff off the court, listen, you don't even have all the facts there. I mean, allegedly he did this, but you've also got people saying that, the girl that is in question was bragging to her friends that she slept with
There
Kobe.
were text messages of it.
Yeah.
And here's my thought. Here was where I was at the entire time from the moment it happened. Is when that went down. I absolutely believe that she slept with Kobe. That
I do
happened.
too. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, he's
But
admitted to that.
It was,
and
yeah. That there's no doubt that happened. That
and
was
he
consensual.
has also
but here
said
is-
no.
that's-
He said he did not get consent. Now,
He said
know,
in his eyes, he said he thought at the time he was getting consent after listening to her testimony, and that maybe that he felt that she truly believed that she didn't consent or something along those lines is what he said.
yeah. Well, he apologized to her. He paid out a lawsuit to her. There was a civil suit, but based on because I did a little reading on this, I've had sex almost a dozen times, and
Sometimes with other people.
sometimes, yeah, and not once did I ever say, do you verbally acknowledge that we are about to have sexual intercourse and you are a consenting participant? That doesn't mean that she wasn't willing. She might have been. I don't know.
Bust out the contract. Sign here,
Sure.
please.
But
Thank you.
this was in the time before the Me Too movement, and like I say, I'm sure this wasn't the first time, probably wasn't the last time that he had extramarital affairs. The woman came willingly to his hotel room, and 99.999% of the time, when a woman came to his hotel room, I'm sure that's exactly what she was after.
Probably.
Right.
And so he had no reason to not think that she was there for that. And I have never heard anything where she expressly said, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
So
And the thing is I feel like had he actually felt that it was rape, he would have. I think he would have denied the entire thing. I don't think he would have admitted to sleeping with her and then saying he got consent. He would have been, I never seen this girl in my life. I don't know what you're talking about. If you're gonna lie, I think that's where you start the lie. You don't start the lie with I got consent. You start the lie with I don't know who this chick is.
apparently 3 times he said, I never had sex with that woman until he found out they took blood and semen. But he's also a married man who's being accused
Sure.
of fucking another woman.
Right.
So I think most guys would try and cover their ass.
Oh, sure. And the
that
thing is
situation.
listen, everybody. I mean, nobody's perfect. Nobody on this earth
None
is
of us
perfect.
are.
Everybody
No.
everybody on this earth has done something fucked up somewhere or the other. And it's whether or not it's public, but whenever, right around this time where social media is starting to get, blown up, right around this particular point in time, it's put on blast, and that sucks because I bet you there was a lot more fucked up shit that happened in the 80s with a whole bunch of all-stars and stuff,
yeah.
right? And so now it's just becoming more public, it's public knowledge, and it's unfortunate, but let's get past this whole thing that everybody's hung up on and look at what he became.
Yeah.
Look at the guy that he became. I mean,
He was a great father.
fucking excellent dad.
Yeah.
He couldn't be any better of a person. He's starting,
He was a fucking won an Academy Award.
oh,
I didn't
even know that.
he made a short film and won an Academy Award for it.
That's just because
Okay.
it's Kobe Bryant.
No,
Well, see, and I kind of thought it was a little odd that they did a tribute to Kobe at the Grammys because he's not a recording artist. I mean,
No.
I realize it was at the Staples Center, but that's not what they were there for. I mean, does everybody got to try and get in on this? It seems like a lot of pandering.
the backcourt violations I thought were the 24-second shot clocks and then the
8-second backcourt
backcourt violation.
I thought that was cool,
I thought that was awesome.
and that's a good way of doing it, in my personal opinion.
And the Lakers didn't play. They postponed the
they
game,
postponed the game.
which I can understand that.
Oh, totally, 100%.
I've heard a
100%.
lot of people say, and I don't really have an opinion on it, but I've heard a lot of people say that they should not have done that Kobe would not have wanted that Kobe would have been like, you guys have worked your entire lives to get to where you're at here.
Yeah.
Go play your fucking game.
What was the thing I read about him the other day or yesterday? He said there was something about where they got blown out in Portland.
No, it was Minnesota.
I read Portland.
Oh,
And he fucking made his entire team take off their Kobe's, their shoes. He said they were all soft and they didn't deserve to fucking wear them.
oh no, you're right.
They got
you are right.
yeah.
That is pretty
That's
funny.
fucking awesome.
That's hilarious. But I mean, this is, God damn it. It's unfortunate, but everybody that has, feelings of remorse, you're allowed to mourn this one, I think, because like I was talking to Derek, because we were both shocked at this particular point, and I told him, I said the main reason why I think this one hurts more than if anybody else passed away was, I think, because you're expecting to bury Magic Johnson first, and then Larry Bird, and then Michael Jordan, and then Kobe Bryant.
I think people expected to bury Magic Johnson 20 years ago.
20 years ago, but that's why started with him. Right. But there's so many other guys, so many other stars, legends that are still alive and still a part of the game. You still
He
see
should have
him at
lived
the
to be
games.
80 some odd, 90 years old, 80,
He
90
had
years old.
so
He was healthy.
He had so much left. He had so much left to do off the court that he wanted to do that were good things for other people. I mean, they died in the helicopter crash on the way to a freaking basketball game. That's why his daughter was on the chopper, and that's why two other girls that were on the same team as Kobe's daughter were all on that chopper, and they did it all the time. They did it all the fucking time.
To me, that's even really the worst part of it all that seems to be getting overshadowed is, as great of a player as Kobe was, Kobe probably did more living in his 42 years of life or whatever than most of us will do in 3 lifetimes.
Sure.
He had sealed his legacy for sure. He had made the life for himself. He got to live his dream of being an NBA player. He'd been 6-time NBA champion
And
MVP,
five-time NBA champion, 18-time All-Star. He was in the league for 20 years.
2-time Finals MVP, I think.
I think, 2.
One of the very few guys who came right out of high school to do it. But
And succeed.
yes.
There were a lot that came out, but him, Garnett, and
LeBron was the last guy to do it.
he was the
I think.
last
he was the last one allowed to. But him and Garnett, I think, were the only two that really came out and did well.
Right.
Most of those guys flame out.
But his daughter never got to make a life for herself to
Right.
be anything other than Kobe's daughter. That's all she'll really be known for. And these other girls that were on there that were just kids that never got to have that life. And there's one of the assistant coaches.
Mm-hmm.
It was
It was
he
him
and his daughter
Mm-hmm.
were on the team. I don't know if he had other kids,
I'm not sure. I know there were a total of 3 kids on, and all 3 of them were on the team.
but I don't know if he had any others that were not on the helicopter. How many
Oh,
kids?
that I know.
How many kids in total did Kobe have?
4.
Oh, he had
4.
Yeah,
so
he's got 4.
now there's
He
3.
just had it his last
Yeah,
one.
last one is
who
baby.
who will grow up without a father. But
That's the rough part.
Yeah,
And that was his oldest. The 13-year-old was his oldest.
Yeah. Yeah.
so as much as it sucks that Kobe's gone, Kobe, we all know who Kobe is, and he made his impact on the world.
Yeah.
These others never got the chance, and
Well,
that really sucks.
And I think the way that people are acting, and I'm just going to bring this up because I think a lot of people don't know who Ari Shaffir is. Everybody knows the tweet already because everybody just fucking flipped out whenever they saw this one comedian that maybe not a lot of people have heard of. He kind of has his own niche as far as the people that he tries to make laugh and stuff like that. But the tweet that he tweeted out the day of Kobe Bryant passing away was Kobe Bryant died 23 years too late. He got away with rape because of all the Hollywood liberals who attack comedy enjoy rooting for the Lakers more than they dislike rape. Big ups to the hero who forgot to gas up the chopper. I hate the Lakers. What a great fucking day. Fuck the Lakers. # So the people that don't know that saw this and absolutely flip shit because Steve Peters did too.
I did too.
Yeah, everybody fucking flipped out. The thing that you may or may not know, Ari Shaffir is kind of an asshole. That is his
asshole.
niche. He is a dark comic that, I mean, and the only reason why I know who he is because one of my favorite stand-up comedians is Bert Kreischer.
And he doesn't talk to him anymore.
He does now. They've forgiven each other. They're on talking terms now.
So didn't he slip Molly?
He slipped a Molly right before a podcast with his kids at home.
Yeah.
So Ari Shaffir slipped Molly into a shot for Bert Kreischer without him knowing and fucked him up at his own house right before a podcast they were getting ready to do. And so he was on Molly after Ari left, and he was around his kids, and he was just super, super, super fucked up. And Bert was pissed off about it, and rightfully so.
Yes.
Rightfully so.
I have always said that if anybody ever, without my knowledge, gave me something to incapacitate me,
Sure.
They better hope I never find out.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Even if nothing bad came of it, I'll fuck you up.
Yep. And
Just to put me in that vulnerable position.
Right.
It's one thing if I do it to myself.
Sure.
If I get myself so drunk that I pass out or whatever, you draw a dick on my face, fine. But if somebody
trace
gives
it.
me something that I don't know
Yeah.
that I'm ingesting
Yeah.
and incapacitates me, fuck you.
Yeah. So moral of the story is Ari is a prick.
He's a professional troll, is what he is.
That's exactly right. And like I said, for this tweet, if you know Ari or know of him, he does this with everybody. It's not just this Kobe Bryant thing.
Doesn't make it okay though.
I'm not done yet. I'll get to that point. But he did it for even a close friend of his, which was Ralphie May. Ralphie May is a very large stand-up comedian that
I've met him.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. He passed away.
He was.
But he even made the comment, like, I do this for everybody. And he even said, this is absolutely tragic. He did another long tweet, and you can look it up. The actual reasoning that he does these awful tweets is because people actually pay to subscribe to certain things that Ari shares, and that just happened to be one of them, and somebody took a snapshot of it and sent it out. So that's how the world found out about it. And it was so fucked up and so off the wall that he thinks of it as being a joke, but a lot of people that are emotionally tied to this because of how much they love Kobe Bryant, they're lashing out at it. And I think that they have the right to do that because this is something that, I don't think is acceptable, but that's his ploy. That's what he does. He does it every single time a famous comedian or famous star dies, and he says awful, terrible things about him, and people expect that of him, and a lot of people like it, and that's just what it is.
He has his niche audience.
Yep.
They adore him, and he is very much of the opinion that he doesn't need a wider audience. He doesn't need more fans. He is fine with what he has, and he's not interested in endearing himself to anyone else, and he's going to say what he's going to say. And because of that, he's kind of immune to this cancel culture.
I don't think I don't think now. After this one, I don't think so.
He'll still have his followers.
Sure.
But, kind of the way that comedy works, there's an old adage, it's kind of a formula for a joke. What is comedy? Comedy is tragedy plus time or distance. Nobody wants to hear about the story where you went to Target and everything went fine and you got all your shit and checked out in a timely fashion. But it's to tell the story about how everything fucking went wrong and, the weird fucking people in the line around you and how you had to stand there for an hour to check out and all that shit. People, that becomes funny once you get past it and you're retelling the story because you made it through and everything fine. Or if you're distant from it, and things that are funny, everything's funny to somebody till it hits home. Like if you've got a joke, we've made jokes about, like Derek's got a joke about somebody with diabetes, and he did one earlier.
It's my father. Yeah.
If you are somebody who is currently struggling with diabetes, you probably don't find that to be all that funny. The rest of it's fucking hilarious.
Right.
In fact, I don't have diabetes is a miracle.
Same.
He for people who are fans of his, who know him and know that he's saying the opposite of what he means,
Yeah.
it's funny.
Yeah.
To those who don't know him, who make an association with Kobe, who don't have that distance,
Yeah.
it's just tragedy, not the tragedy plus the distance.
Right.
And so, they're
So
outraged.
and generally the folks that he would do this awful tweet about aren't fucking Kobe Bryant. They're not those folks.
No, he's only got one chance to do that.
So, well, I'm just saying, like, what I mean is that the people that he makes these awful tweets about are not as people that are as beloved as Kobe Bryant is, and he will come out and say it. I don't give a fuck about the backlash, and I think that this one's gonna get him. I really do. I think it's gonna hurt a lot more than he expects because it's Kobe fucking Bryant. And everybody in this world knows who Kobe Bryant is, or at least the civilized world.
And if it does get him, then it gets him. I mean, he is continually pushing the envelope on how far he can go.
Yeah.
And I think he is kind of a self-destructive
He is, yeah,
comedian.
for sure.
What little I know of him, he tends to do shit until he alienates people around him. So,
You got a hair on your mic.
oh fuck, I meant to shave that.
Yeah, there you go.
I was trying
That's
to.
why we need a lawnmower.
I was talking with a friend trying to equate this to something, right? Like, I mean, you had Giordano Ventura that tragically passed away.
Fernandez.
You had Jose Fernandez, but it's not the same magnitude. And I was listening to sports radio, and I think they hit it right on the head. It's Roberto Clemente.
Yes.
Yeah.
In 71 or something like that?
71, yeah.
With
72.
72, where they loaded up the airplane to Nicaragua for the humanitarian. They had an earthquake, and they loaded the plane up with supplies to take. That's where he was from. And the plane was
Rico.
over. Was it Puerto Rico?
Yeah,
Or
Puerto
Nicaragua?
Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Okay. See, I'm an asshole now. Puerto Rico, and
They're all Mexicans.
they had it loaded up, and it was too heavy, and he wanted to be on the plane, and the plane went down. And I mean, that's
See, selfishness.
I think that's about the closest thing you can equate that to athlete wise.
Yeah, you're probably
He
right.
died with 3,000 hits immediately.
Dead on.
Exactly. Dead on 3,000 hits. Yes, and because he was a humanitarian and because of the tragedy of it, they set a precedent where people who die under those circumstances don't have to wait the 5 years to get into the Hall of Fame.
They're talking about doing that now with Kobe. They're talking about doing a rush vote
Yeah,
to get him in, which I
He's
don't
up for. I think he's up for it next year.
I think they're going to get him in.
They're going to
this
get
year.
it. Oh, really? Okay. I'd be okay with it.
He's getting in anyway.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
the second best basketball player of all time. Yes,
Yeah.
he's getting in. So, second.
Third, Jordan and Daryl Dawkins.
You're high, dude.
And
According to Scotty, it's Fred Van Vliet, Jordan,
No.
and then Kobe.
No.
what was the guy's name? The 7'6" fucking
Sean Bradley.
no.
Sticks.
Hakeem.
That's right. Six. It's Tommy Shaw. That's right.
Mr. Roboto.
It was Dennis DeYoung. No, George
Murasan.
George Mirasan.
Ugliest guy to ever play the
Jesus
game.
Christ. It's
Or
like,
to come out of a vagina
it's like
ever.
somebody parked a bus on his face on a daily basis.
Jesus Christ.
All right, let's get past this Kobe Bryant thing for what it's worth.
Skateboard on his nose.
I hope our hearts go out to his family and all the other families affected. But we got to move on. This is a comedy show. Sorry for bringing it down. Well, let's pick it back up. Sound good? Mm-hmm. All right. Let's go with right after we got done recording our last episode.
9/11. We're going to talk about 9/11 now, folks.
It's been long enough. We could probably get away with that.
I forgot about 9/11.
Yeah.
I can't believe I did that. I was so busy remembering the fucking Alamo
Yeah.
that I forgot 9/11. God damn it.
Yeah, for sure. So
What's up?
not long after we got done recording the show last weekend, what happened, Derek? Do you remember?
I went home.
No.
Yes.
The KU
Oh,
Jayhawks and the
okay.
K-State Wildcats apparently got themselves into a little bit of a brawl.
Yeah.
I mean, for what it's worth, the Jayhawks kicked the shit out of the Wildcats at Allen Fieldhouse. But it looked like a fucking wrestling match. It was a Royal Rumble right in front of the goal or right next to the goal.
They should bring Jim Ross in to announce the next one.
That's why I made the meme. That was the only thing I could think of was De Souza freaking getting a chair. Now it just the first thing that popped in my head was Jim Ross goes, "Oh my God, he's got a chair."
He should never.
Is he the one
should-
with half the paralyzed face?
Yes. He
Yeah,
had a
tighten that shit
Bell's
up. Nobody wants
palsy.
to look at that.
Huh?
He has Bell's palsy.
Oh, I thought he had a stroke. Oh,
I don't think DeSouza should get a play again.
I don't either.
They fought so hard to get him reinstated, and then he goes and yeah, he shouldn't get a play no more. The chair is what did it.
Yeah.
The other thing is fine, and I know he didn't even hit the guy, but he was going to. Somebody took that chair out of
That,
his
that
hand.
coach grabbed it out of his hands on his backswing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
It
thought he
was-
put it down.
No, it was back here, and the coach grabbed it from behind.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Otherwise, he would have really hurt somebody. And
Somebody broke an arm. A cameraman broke an arm.
Jesus Christ.
you know,
Fans
and
were
I've
involved?
heard somebody. Well, they weren't really involved. The players kind of involved them.
Oh, sure.
But you know, I've heard people say that Gordon shouldn't have been trying to score the layup at the end. The guy played hard to the final buzzer. What a dick!
You
know?
look at the last 3 times they played. It was a garbage time dunk, a garbage time dunk. It was something at the end of each game between both teams. KU started it. K-State went back and did it the second time they met last year. And then this year, dribbling the ball out, I think K-State wanted to go fucking do it again.
Maybe.
Was in poor taste, maybe.
Yeah, it was.
But here's the thing: is that D'Souza fucking charged back hard and made a very nice, clean block.
Yeah.
I mean, he showed him the fuck up. You did not need to stand over him.
That's what
You
it
did
was. That's what it was.
That's where it went off.
And it became a kind of a 3-on-1 deal there. And the statement that both the athletic director and Bill is it Bill Self?
Bill Self.
Yeah. That they made is that clearly he was out of line, but that we need to get these guys under control. This is not who we are. 3 guys jumped in there, started stomping on people on the ground. Nobody trying to hold D'Souza back. This is who you are. I mean, you may not want it to be who you are, but that's kind of indicative of the mentality on that team.
Yeah.
And I'm well aware that a lot of these guys, they come from nothing, from the inner cities.
Yeah.
A lot of times that, fighting is just kind of a way of life, that they have to fight, otherwise people take shit from them.
Sure.
But that you got to get that under control
Oh,
at
yeah.
this level.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care who started it. I don't give a shit. I like that now. They're capitalizing on this brawl, and they're actually making T-shirts for both sides.
Yeah,
K-State started it, and
KU
KU started it, and selling them to their fans. And you can be assured that those shirts will be there at the next time the K-State
Oh, yeah.
Wildcats play at home in Manhattan
Yeah.
against the KU Jayhawks. It's a guarantee. And it'll have both fans in there. Both fans are going to be in that building. It's a Kansas versus Kansas game, or they're 2 Kansas
With
teams.
extra security.
Yeah,
I bet.
I guarantee you there's going to be extra security in that motherfucker. But
What the
I-
K-State guy did, Gordon, was annoying.
yeah,
What the KU guys did was criminal. There is a huge fucking difference between being obnoxious and flat out fucking battery.
Yeah.
And especially if he picks up that chair, that's aggravated battery. That's in Kansas anyway, that is a class 4 person felony. That's just below murder. I mean, it is a very serious offense. So he got very lucky that coach
Took that
grabbed that
chair?
out of his hands.
Or stool. It's a stool.
It's a-
Whatever.
Whatever. It's a weapon.
Yeah.
Anytime you pick up a weapon and hit somebody with the intent to hurt them.
He yelled rape at the top of his lungs.
But
I
they,
honestly thought I was going to be raped. He had this crazy look in his eye, and at one point he said, "Let's get it on." I was talking about the fight. I'm so not a raper.
but they took that shit out into the fucking disabled section.
Yeah.
People who didn't have the ability to walk and get out of the way.
Jamal Charles was there.
And he sure did. And that guy, what a story of courage. The way that guy just, only, he had to really push himself to win the 100-meter dash by 8 seconds.
I thought you were getting ready to make a joke about somebody in a wheelchair trying to get away from the brawl that was happening in the wheelchair section at the KU game.
I think they probably could have put up a better fight in the game than what K-State did.
Thank God that wasn't the chair that DeSouza grabbed.
And that's the other thing. What are these KU guys so fucking mad about? You just whipped K-State's ass by 20 points.
Yeah, 20 plus.
22.
Yeah.
I've never seen a team get as hot shooting as what they did in the first half. Mm-hmm. And just impose their will on them the whole fucking game. K-State is a far inferior team this year compared to the talent that KU has, but they also played like absolute dog shit. You fucking rubbed it in their face the whole fucking game. What are you so pissed about? It just seems
for sure.
so unnecessary.
It would have almost been even more of an insult to K-State if they would have done nothing. Just hand them the ball.
Yeah.
Let them. You stupid idiot. Fine. Go ahead and do it. I don't care. But the fact that they reacted the way that they did made them look like more thugs and trash.
Block
than
that
anything.
shot and then walk to the locker room without going through the handshake line.
Exactly.
Just act like that's what I do.
Yeah.
That would have been way better. But still in
No,
college.
I think stomping on the guy while he's on the ground was better.
That was Illinois. Illinois stomped on a guy the same day.
Speaking of which,
Yeah,
Illinois,
really
go for it.
overshadowed that.
Yeah.
That would have been
Alan Griffin did.
would have been a
Stomped right
top
on his
story otherwise.
right on his abdomen.
Jesus.
He fucking went into Dom Sue on his ass. And I think
You
he
think
should-
it was on purpose?
Yeah, well, fuck yeah. He needs to be suspended for that shit too. And I'm an Illinois fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I got no problems with any of the suspensions that they handed down to K-State players. They did not need to come off the bench.
Yeah.
for that.
No.
But yeah, speaking of the Illini, they look pretty good, buddy.
Yeah, they climbed up to 19.
Yeah.
They've now beat Michigan at Michigan. They've beat Wisconsin at Wisconsin, and they've beat Purdue at Purdue. So the last team to do that in the Big Ten was in 04-05, and that was the Illinois team that made it to the national title game.
There you go.
Do they not have their own home place? Do they not play home games?
No, not anymore.
Them and the Globetrotters.
Yeah.
Globetrotters never play home games. And nobody's ever been to a Globetrotter game in Harlem.
And I can't remember. It's been a while, but we're actually leading the Big Ten for the first time in, good God, 04-05,
Probably,
maybe?
right around that time.
Yeah.
When they went to the finals?
Yep. And lost to North Carolina and Sean May and Felton and
Well,
Oh, that's because you had a great coach then.
Bruce Weber.
well, those of us that live here in Wichita that are Wichita State fans, we now have a 2-win streak going. God, it still doesn't feel right. We're 23rd right now. We're ranked in the top 25 again.
Are you guys back in now?
We are back
You
in.
were 26.
Yeah, we were at 26, but here's the thing with NCAA basketball right now. The selection committee this year is going to have a fucking problem selecting these teams. Seriously. Because if you look at the who beat who right now in the conference, especially in the American Conference, there's no rhyme or reason, mathematical equation, or formula that makes fucking sense. The worst teams beat the best team, and everybody in the middle is just beating the shit out of each other. Tulsa right now is leading with Houston in the American Conference, and then Wichita State is tied with 3 other teams. So this is going to be a mess unless teams start becoming more and more consistent, which Wichita State still unfortunately cannot do that. Last game was the first game that they scored above 80 points for like 4 straight games. And obviously they ended up getting the win, but they ended up getting a win over a UCF team that also was beat by, teams that just weren't very good. You've got Memphis that is still kind of in the same legs of Wichita State.
Taco
There's
Fall's gone, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. He was
He,
UCF.
he
wasn't
plays for the Celtics.
I should know his name's Taco, and I enjoy those things.
Yeah, exactly. But
It's not playoffs. We don't watch NBA right now.
I'm glad that Wichita State has a break because they had a whole week. So
I had one too. Did you have a week, Jeremy?
Yeah.
I did. I got all 7 days even.
Yeah, I did
That's
too.
spectacular. They have a week to plan and go to Tulsa, who is pretty much the biggest rivalry that we have in the American, aside from maybe Cincinnati. And this is a game I think we need really, really bad to at least be in the top 25. If we lose, we're probably going to be out for a while.
Yeah.
So-
I'm surprised that they got back in after having two
Two
losses
losses.
in a row to unranked teams. That's typically for a team like Wichita State.
That's kiss of death.
Yeah,
there.
they banish it.
But that's also why you end up going and playing for the American League Conference or the American Conference as opposed to the Missouri Valley Conference. These losses can't hurt you near as bad as they would if you do the same thing in the Missouri Valley.
How many teams do they usually get in? 3, 4?
4,
4?
right around in there is a good number.
Yeah.
Depends on what the situation is, but Houston, I believe, will be ranked. I think they actually are ranked, if I remember correctly.
The crazy thing is
They were kind of on the cusp anyway. weren't
They were, but after they beat us, they're ranked 21st in the country. Wichita State's 23. So
crazy thing is there's 14 teams in the Big Ten. 12 of them would be in the tournament right now if the tournament started.
but that's why I think Selection Sunday it's going to be
Well.
rough.
Oh,
gonna
it
be
is.
so rough. One or two things going to happen. Either the Blue Bloods are going to get in, and there's going to be a whole bunch of
gonna happen.
mid-majors are going to be just shunned and given the fucking finger.
That's going to happen.
Or it's just going to be, all right, we're going to take like 5 here, 6 here, 8 here, and then it's just going to be a mess. I think for what it's worth, it's not quite February yet, so into January. For what it's worth, March Madness, when those brackets come out, you might as well flip a fucking coin if it stays going at this pace. The way
feel-
that these teams are playing.
I feel like the Big 12's pretty bad this year.
I
Outside
feel so-
of Baylor and
KU,
Kansas,
yeah.
I think it's like none of those teams look that great.
And I'm not 100% sold on Baylor yet. I think they earned the number one team in the country, but it's almost as if you can look at every single team in the top 25 and you can find a weakness. You can find a way to beat them.
Yeah.
Except Illinois, by God, we're fucking tough all the way through. I'm just kidding.
But it's not every single game, every single day, every single freaking day. There is a top 25 team that's losing to an unranked opponent.
Just happened today.
Every
Virginia
day.
just lost.
See, well, Virginia wasn't ranked.
Or not Virginia, Florida State.
Florida State.
was 5. They lost to Virginia.
Oh, they did just now.
Just now.
Look at that. I basically then I rest my case because it's a daily thing, and
And
it's
why are you
not.
still talking about it? You just rested
Sorry.
it. You don't know how-
Bench rest.
You don't know how a fucking courtroom works.
and
God damn it.
keeps-
We run this by the letter of the law.
Order.
All right, that's
Order.
enough. God.
Okay, Scotty, you're in contempt now.
Yeah, exactly. But just don't be surprised whenever we start making our brackets. I think we'll do the same thing we did last year. Points. I don't think we'll do shot caller, but I do have an idea this year, and it's more doable. You ready for it? Hot wing.
What?
Okay.
A hot wing? A
hot wing.
I ain't doing that.
Yeah, you are.
No.
Yeah, ghost chili pepper.
No.
We'll see. We'll see how it works.
Oh, dude, I found these ghost pepper potato chips at Trader Joe's.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they're good.
Are they hot?
Oh, they're spicy and it sneaks up on you. They're not overly overbearing,
Yeah.
but they're waffle cut chips.
Ooh.
And they're crispy and they're good.
Oh, that's awesome.
I went to Trader Joe's for the first time a couple weeks ago and I like that place.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on, we better get to it pretty quick. A couple things I did want to go over before we get to our Super Bowl matchup. Mm-hmm. First things first, I wanted to get to, obviously, Eli Manning retires. Is he, just simple question, yes, no answer. You can say a little bit. Is Eli Manning a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Yes.
Not first ballot. No.
Okay. I agree with Jeremy.
I don't think he is, but I think he'll get in first.
Oh, I think he probably will. I don't think he should.
Yeah,
he
he'll
was
get in. Two Super Bowls against Brady.
Thank you, defense, for the New York Giants.
He'll get in.
I know, but that's bullshit. He was a top 5 quarterback in, I think, only 2 seasons. All of the rest, he was in double digits and quite a ways up there. Not that great of a quarterback. Sorry.
Yeah,
Second,
but he's got that fucking Manning name.
yeah, that's exactly
that too.
right. That's how he gets in.
He's in.
Phillip Rivers. He is. The Chargers say that they are moving on from Phillip Rivers, so he will not be a Charger next year. Where does he go? Where does he fall? Okay, and like we looked up earlier, we know that he moved to the Panhandle of Florida. So that's where he's living right now. He moved from San Diego, which is where he was living. He drove however many hours every single day to LA to practice and play. Now he's moved to basically the Panhandle of Florida.
Are they saying
Where's he go?
Are they saying he's gonna play? Has he said he wants to play?
I assume he does, because everybody's talking about where is he going to land. That tells me that he's going somewhere.
It's going to be a grooming situation, I think, if he lands anywhere where he'll start for 2 years, and the guy that this team is invested in to draft,
Sure.
is he's going to groom him for a year or two,
Yeah.
and then that'll be it. So I don't see if Tampa sticks with Winston, I don't see him going to Tampa. I can see him maybe going to Indianapolis
Okay,
because I don't think Brissett's the guy there.
I do.
I don't. So I can see maybe Indianapolis. I don't think Chicago. I'd love him in Chicago, but I don't think he's
you
going to
would love
Chicago.
the shit out of him in Chicago.
Just
I'd
the
take
fact
Joan Rivers in Chicago. I don't care.
that really she's dead.
I know.
I'd take Melissa. Melissa's probably better than Trubisky.
Excuse me.
The fact that he moved to the Panhandle of Florida really doesn't mean anything. I'm guessing the guy can afford 2 houses.
Probably.
Yeah, but he didn't leave. Even when LA relocated, he stayed in San Diego. He
I
didn't-
got all them fucking kids too.
yeah.
But this doesn't mean he can't sell his house in Florida and move somewhere else too.
Yeah.
I don't know what the guy's personal plans are as far as the new place he's got. He hasn't called me yet. I was going to help him decorate, and I'm surprised he didn't ask me to help him move in, because he usually asks me for help on stuff like that.
sure he does,
Me and
Jeremy.
Phil are close. Where was I
Period.
going with all this?
Where is he going to end up?
Oh, is that what we're talking? I thought we were talking about Philip Rivers interior decorating. Okay.
No.
Fuck. I
Where
don't-
does Philip Rivers
Fuck
end
if
up?
I know.
I think he stays retired. I think he ends up retiring. Is what I think he's going to do.
And I wouldn't think it's a bad move for him if he did.
No, he's had a fulfilling career. I think he's probably a first ballot Hall of Famer.
He is for sure.
I agree.
I
0 Super Bowls and a first ballot Hall of Famer. There you go.
yeah, but he's got the career numbers.
Sure.
And he
As
had
far
a
as personal stats,
A
to
lot
back
of
it up.
AFC championships, I feel like, too. I think
AFC
he went to 2 or
championship
3
games.
of them, yeah.
You know,
I don't think they went to a Super Bowl though.
No, but he was in the AFC championship a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
no, and he got the benefit of getting to back up Drew Brees for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
So he kind of got some experience as his backup, but got to be a little older before a little more mature when he took over the starting role. Did he ever have Tomlinson in the backfield?
Yeah.
Did he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He,
Oh, yeah.
he only backed up Breeze for like a year or two.
Yeah. Because after Breeze was, I think it was only a year if I remember right,
Yeah, because they had them both, and they were like, well, which one are they going to get rid of?
and they decided to pick Rivers instead of Breeze.
yeah.
Because he's bigger. He felt.
I really
he
don't
fit the
think.
role.
I don't think either one of those. I think if Rivers ends up going to the Saints, I think Rivers has a fucking phenomenal career at New Orleans.
I think
too.
they're both excellent quarterbacks.
Yeah, I do too.
So
You know what I got to thinking about the other day? This is kind of off topic here, but since we said Drew Brees,
Should midgets be allowed to wear Giants jerseys?
Of course they should, just for the irony factor. I can't think of a reason. I think they should have to wear them.
I thought that's
to
what
be
you were. I
honest.
thought that's
I
what you
thought
were
I
thinking
thought that's
about
where
the
you were
other day.
going.
No, I wasn't, but now I can't think of anything else. But okay, Drew Brees. I saw them interview him on the sidelines when I was forced to watch the Pro Bowl the other day.
What was his opinion on the midgets in a Giants jersey?
He's for it.
For it?
Yeah, and that's really what kind of sealed my views on it. But when he was drafted by the Chargers, he spent a couple of years backing up Doug Flutie. So there is a guy playing in the league who played with Doug Flutie. Still.
Sure is.
He still hasn't made a decision on what he's going to do for next year.
Yeah.
Doug Flutie?
No. Drew
Yeah,
Brees.
Doug Flutie. He has not officially retired. It's weird.
The same-
He keeps trying out with teams. But they're like, oh, you brought your camera crew.
And the Saints did say that they're ready if Breeze decides to retire, then Bridgewater will be their starting quarterback.
I don't think Breeze retires.
I don't either. I think he's got one more in him.
I think he's
And I think he
really
wins it.
disappointed with the way the last 2 seasons started.
Yep.
I don't know if that's the best move for him.
I don't either.
I think all he can do is get hurt, and I don't think the team's going to be any better.
You and I think alike, Jeremy.
Fuck.
Last but not least, so out of these places, you've got Phillip Rivers may fall. Where does Tom Brady fall? I know we kind of touched, but more and more of this shit's coming out.
Vegas.
Vegas?
I think he goes to Vegas. I think they draft a quarterback. They're done with Derek Carr, and I think he sits behind Brady for a year, maybe 2.
Yep. Okay.
I think maybe he might take up the Phillip Rivers role if they draft a quarterback.
Who?
The Chargers, if they draft somebody, have Tom
Send him to
Brady
San
come in.
Diego?
Yeah, have Brady.
He's from
Groom.
California.
He is from California, kind of in that area too.
That's why I'm going Vegas. 'cause
Great
it's
weather
still-
there.
Yeah. I'm with Derek on this one. I think he
I
goes
think
to.
he's sick of those Boston
I
fucking
think he's
winners.
going to
and-
Vegas. I think it's the new spike. It's the new shiny diamond in the middle of the desert that is going to be a hip hop happening place, and they're going to put a lot of money in it.
And I
they're
think
gonna,
they'll do whatever it takes to get him. I really
I
do.
do too. I do too.
He's
I mean,
gonna
imagine
blow all
that.
that money at the blackjack tables.
Yeah. All right.
I lost a lot of money at the Jack Black table.
Right.
That
Oh
was-
fuck!
I-
Remember that movie
I
where
doubled
he-
down on 11, and the dealer just goes, "Come on, yeah!"
There's a 4. Remember that movie where he had the aerosol shit that cleaned up the dog shit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I blew a lot of money on that. I shouldn't have gone
Sweet.
back that 4th time to see
Okay.
that.
I'm gonna say I don't want to ever talk about this asshole ever again, but it's impossible not to. Antonio Brown gets first of all, he gets a warrant out for his arrest. He turns himself in. He gets arrested. Goes to court wearing a fucking suicide
Smock
smock
yeah.
thing, and then they put a fucking GPS tracker on him, and then they cut it.
I haven't seen the suicide smock.
Oh God, I'll show it to you.
Well, it's on our page.
Yeah,
well,
it's there.
explain that a little
It's the
better.
new Antonio Brown jersey.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't look at our Facebook page. Explain to me what you mean. What
It's like a tank top looking thing.
and what's it say on it?
Don't suicide yourself. It says it in big words. Backwards, so if you're looking in a mirror, you can read it.
Right.
Like he's going to be chasing down cars and
Yeah.
they're looking in his. Okay. Because ambulances do that.
Fuck
Only
this
it
guy.
says ambulance.
We will touch back on this. I have a feeling eventually, whenever football is over, there's kind of that dead time, and so I wanted to do an Aaron Hernandez documentary.
Oh, that's a hell of a pun.
yeah.
There's that dead time. Let's talk about Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah.
God, there's just nothing really hanging around out there, so
We'll
we're going to
do-
talk about Aaron Hernandez.
We'll
And then maybe we'll talk about OJ, because nothing cuts through a story like OJ Simpson.
right. We'll do a review over that, and we'll have a little bit of fun with it. But moving on, let's get to the Super Bowl, baby. It's Super Bowl Sunday coming up.
When is that?
Sunday.
Huh.
We're going to your house,
Okay.
except for Jeremy. Jeremy's going to lock himself in his house so he can yell and scream at the TV.
If I have a voice left.
Can Jeremy's wife come? She's a really good cook. I'd like for her to be
I
here.
have no idea if she can come or not. I've never gotten her to.
Beat me to it. Son of a bitch. So we got
You
Chiefs.
just need to make her piping hot turnovers, and then she'll be all over that.
I think it's the fact that the whole time I'm sitting there going, shut your mouth. You shut it. Don't make any noise. I want silence while I finish. And done.
Chiefs and the 49ers this Sunday. I think this is going to be a lot closer game than a whole bunch of 49ers fans think it will be.
I think you think that maybe a whole bunch of Chiefs fans think it will be. Chief fans seem to think that they're just going to blow them the fuck right out of the water.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I think this game is a 3-point or less game. I think it's decided by nothing more than a field goal.
I'll take Chiefs by a touchdown.
I got the 49ers.
Chiefs by a
By a
touchdown.
field goal.
Chiefs by a touchdown. They score. They scored late in the game to go up, and they run out the clock quite a bit because it's a close deal. But I think the Chiefs pull it out. I don't think Garoppolo can beat the Chiefs. That's what it comes down to. Run defense stops the run. Jimmy Garoppolo has to throw the ball. He hasn't done it all playoffs. Can he throw the ball? Maybe. I haven't seen it for fucking 2 games, so I don't want to rely on it. And I just think that Mahomes will outscore the 49ers.
I'm just rooting for the Niners because, and everybody's, you're in Kansas, what are you rooting for the Niners for? And to paraphrase a very famous comedian, he talks about a different subject in this matter, but I think it equates to Chief fans here, where it's like right now being a Chiefs fan is like having a nice big dick, right? You're proud of it. You want to show it off, right? don't shove it down my throat. And that's what's happening right now.
Sure.
It is just, you don't even, how's your day? Oh man, it's going to snow today. Yeah, you know what else? Fucking Mahomes is the man. I'm like, yeah, that's great. I wasn't even talking about that.
Yeah, you know, Super Bowls tend to get lopsided, and I know we've had some pretty good ones here the last few years.
Not last year, just sucked.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as keeping the score close,
Yeah.
the thing is as much as I would love to be that guy, just the fucking rah fucking Chiefs #1 are gonna kick the shit out of them.
Yeah.
They have given me no reason
None.
to think that, to have any real confidence in. I know that they can win this game.
Sure.
But they have let me down on too many occasions for me to
Sure.
to approach this game with anything other than cautious optimism. I hope they win. I think that they probably will win. I think it's going to be a 10-point win because I think it's how do I put in a Chiefs game with that offense, a 10-point game is not that much because they can score so often and so fast.
Yep.
And if they get a 2-score lead on the Niners, Garoppolo's going to have to pass.
Yep.
And that just takes them off their script entirely. It forces them to have to play a game that they don't want to play.
Right.
And as good as San Francisco's defense is, there is just too many weapons on that Chiefs offense.
I agree 100%. In fact, I almost want to call the first play because I don't. And there are going to be weird bets and stuff like that, heads, tails, which I'll get to that in a
First
second.
play, I bet you is going to be a kickoff. I bet you anything it's going to be.
It's going to be an onside kickoff.
Oh, God, I
dog.
hope so.
That would be fucking
Fucking
crazy.
Sean Payton still the balls on him.
No, so whoever gets the ball, if the Chiefs get the ball first, they're going to start off at the 25-yard line, and if Patrick Mahomes sees any kind of possibility of man coverage, if you are Andy Reid and you don't put a fly route for Tyreek Hill and McCole Hardman, you're a moron. If you want to go after it and go after their jugular, you do that. You throw that freaking in and then fly, and it's just go deep. Let fucking Sherman catch you. I will throw the ball a long way. You go and fucking catch it.
You just have to throw to the left side of the field. Sherman only does the right side of the field.
No, throw it at Sherman. He can't catch Hardman or Hill.
There's as good as he is. Yeah, he can't keep up with him on a fly route.
No way.
But here's the thing: is I'm not saying that he is, but there's a wealth of evidence to show that Andy Reid might be an idiot. So it might be fucking Damian Williams running up the gut all 3 fucking plays for a 4-yard total and then punt.
See,
He might punt on first down. I don't know. He does some inexplicable shit at times. I'm just not going to get arrogant, and if they win, I'm going to be so happy for it. But I'm expecting for them to shit the bed, so I can't be disappointed.
See, I'm with Jeremy on that deal because, I remember when the Cubs went to the World Series, I was the most negative, fucking pessimistic.
Yep.
108 years. I knew
They've done nothing but let you down.
Yes. I'm like, we're going to fuck this up. And Joe Madden fucked it up.
He about did.
He tried. He did everything in his power to lose
sure
that
did.
fucking Game 7.
Yep.
So I don't understand. I didn't go into the playoffs in 16 going, we're going to kill the Giants who win every even year. We're going to fucking kill. We're going to kill the Dodgers, who were arguably the other best team in Major League Baseball. And then we're going to go out. We're going to kill the Indians. I was like, fuck. We're going to blow the Giants series. We're going to blow the Dodgers series. We're down 3-1 on the Indians. I just don't understand how the Chiefs can have the Chief fans can have the optimism that they do, especially with Andy Reid's record in the fucking postseason.
Yeah, and if I hear the word
here was-
destiny involved in this, I'm going to fucking throw up all over
Yes,
myself.
I would be fucking just like Jeremy. If I'm a Chiefs fan, I am cautious. I am nervous.
I'm not talking shit.
No.
No.
Either side needs to shut the fuck up.
I didn't
at
when
this
the Bears were in the Super Bowl in 06, I didn't talk shit.
No,
I was
you're
playing Manning.
You're right, and you didn't. I remember that.
We didn't know each
No,
other.
no, I thought you were talking about the Cubs.
No, the
but
Bears.
During the
But
during
I
the Cubs
didn't.
thing, you didn't talk shit either.
No.
And I'm a Cardinal fan. Generally, in that particular situation, you'd like to rub it in my face. Now you rubbed it in my face after the.
Oh, yeah.
you
Oh,
won.
yeah.
yeah, sure. But during the playoffs, absolutely not. You wouldn't do it.
It's one of those things. There's really no good way to come off. If you brag about it and get all arrogant about it, and you're right, well, now you're an asshole.
You're still a dick. Yeah.
Yeah, you've been acting like a complete fucking jackass. And if you brag about it and you wind up getting your ass whipped, well, now you just look like a
You're
fucking
fucking
moron.
yeah. You're a
And
fucking
you're going to
idiot.
get fucking piled.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
The pendulum that will swing 2 to 3 million times as hard
Yeah.
if you're fucking wrong and you're a prick.
And-
if
and
you're a prick and
everybody
you're
is
right,
waiting
you're
to
just,
jump on you.
You're still hated.
Mm-hmm.
They just turn you off. They mute you. That's what happens.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing it now. Now, granted, from being in the area that we are, you would think that I see a whole bunch of KC fans that are like, "Fuck yeah, blah blah blah. We're gonna fucking do it." I actually am not seeing that.
That's what I'm seeing.
And I'm sorry that you're seeing that, but this message goes out to both sides. Shut up.
Yeah.
Both of you. Seriously. I mean, look at Vegas. What's Vegas got the spread?
1.5.
1.5 for Kansas City. That's what the game is. That you both need to shut the fuck up.
I like the under in that game, though.
What's the over under? I didn't see it.
I don't remember.
And
it's
it
like
is
50 something, I think.
it is that Chiefs X factor in the fact
I'll
that
take the under too.
their offense is so unbelievably potent, and their defense, especially their run defense, is so stagnant.
Yes, they are the fucking Oklahoma Sooners of the NFL.
Well, no, they're a whole different mascot. They're not in Oklahoma, Scotty. They're not college.
In college football, the Oklahoma Sooners can score on you at will very, very quickly. Time of possession is not even a stat that they give a shit
They're
about.
the Scotty's sister of football. Boom!
The Chiefs don't stop the clock after first downs, Scotty. There's a lot of differences.
You get what I'm saying, dumbass.
Oh, were you talking?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But what I'm saying is it is the Chiefs' offense, in my opinion, is better than their opponent. So
Right.
meaning that the defense for San Francisco is good. Good luck stopping the best offense, in my opinion, in the NFL. Yes, you may slow them down. They will score. They will score whenever they get a decent play with a lot of yards. I mean, it's the name of the game.
There is no lead that San Francisco can have that is going to be safe, but there is also no lead that Kansas City has that they can slow down.
That's correct. They need to keep the foot on the fucking gas pedal, Andy Reid.
And to Andy
And
Reid's
Reid
credit,
doesn't
he
do
has
that.
been doing that much better in this
Of late.
lately. But God, I really hope that in the second half of this game, whatever the situation, that he just goes, I can't take this, Pat. You called the fucking plays. Because Mahomes is a fucking winner.
Yeah.
And he believes in himself.
Yeah.
And that is the factor. He is.
But he puts ketchup on steak.
That's fucked up. That's super
That's
fucked up.
that really kind of makes me hate him a
Yeah,
little bit.
just a lot. I mean, you don't do that.
I got some fucking.
I mean, A1's pushing it.
You've got some
I
soul
got some
searching to do.
fillets from Trader Joe's the other day that were fucking amazing.
If you put ketchup on that,
I don't put ketchup
I'm
on
not
it.
talking about you. I'm saying like you. If somebody did, oh my God.
Let me tell you something. Because of that commercial, he is never invited to my house for dinner.
Absolutely
You hear me,
not.
Patrick? Fuck you for
Not
that.
coming.
You're not coming to my homes.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's fucking boom right there.
Yeah.
So your
That's better than Mighty Dukes.
So I think we all know who we have for the Super Bowl. Derek, you've got San Francisco. Me and Jeremy have the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, the real important shit. Is it going to be heads or tails?
Tails.
Jeremy,
I'm gonna go tails too.
I'm going to go heads.
Huh.
Just to be different.
Really?
Who gets the
really?
Who gets the ball first?
San Francisco.
Whose home team is the Chiefs, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I think the Chiefs win the coin toss, but they're going to defer.
They're going to defer?
Yeah, they usually do.
I think all three of us have the same. I've got San Francisco.
They like to
Do we
work
have
it
any-
out.
You got heads. You said heads.
Yeah, I know.
They like
But
to work
I
it out
said
to where
who
they
gets
get that
the ball.
second half touchdown and then get the ball back.
Yeah.
Or that first half touchdown and then get the ball right back.
Yeah.
That's how the Chiefs like to work it out.
That's
So,
right. They have something to play for. Is there any other goofy ass bets that we want to do?
No.
Halftime show? No?
Praying for a wardrobe malfunction. Praying for a couple of them.
Shakira and J-Lo?
In that order. That's the order I'm praying for them, too.
I agree.
You know,
Shakira is fucking hot.
here's the thing is I think
Talking to me in
as
Spanish.
football fans, we can honestly say that nothing really represents football like J-Lo and Shakira.
Yeah.
I mean, just the way that those two gals just shake their asses.
Well, and in a world now where sports is so ravaged with cheating, like with the Astros and the Red Sox and Shakira, the one thing you can always say about her is her hips don't lie.
No, they don't.
No,
No,
they sure don't.
You know, there was a.
There's going to be
Let's see,
some
when
ass
was
shaking.
It was, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. I don't even remember who the actual main act was, but toward the end, Beyonce comes in. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Now, the purpose of the football game, or of the Super Bowl, is that first and foremost, it's a football game, and a fairly important one. So I was so happy to see Beyonce with a army of dancing whores wearing 6-inch stiletto boots, just tearing the fucking field up. They weren't on the stage. They were on the playing surface. And if I recall right, the groundskeepers were not happy. I believe that was that Falcons-Patriots Super Bowl.
28-3.
Yeah.
Never forget. Ugh.
No,
Yeah.
that's 9/11, Scotty.
Nope.
I did remember that part.
Nope. That's one Super Bowl Brady shouldn't have won.
But nobody's ever happy with the halftime show. Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars was a good one.
It's because he didn't try to do too much.
Yeah.
The rest of them do.
Ooh, name another good halftime show.
That one where they did the fucking jetpacks in the 60s.
One of the best ones of all time to me is Michael Jackson.
I don't usually watch it.
I normally don't. I just watch videos of him later.
I go back old school when they used
This
to
one
have
I will watch, though.
when they-
Those two? Yeah, I'm not going to watch the game now. I'm just going to tune into the halftime show and then vigorously masturbate the third and fourth quarter.
the old school when they used to get the marching
I'm
bands
gonna be
out
over
there.
at your house.
I know. I'll bring you a poncho and some safety goggles, and I would recommend breathing through your nose.
He's just gonna be a cum geyser.
Oh, that's awful. All right.
Old Faithful.
All right, that's all I got. Anybody else got anything before we move on?
No.
I don't think. Oh, well, I guess you could say that their Astros are looking at Dusty Baker for head coach strongly. They're focusing their hire in on that one.
Would you take that
I'd
job?
like to see.
I
him
would
get
not.
his
I would
kid.
not take Dusty Baker.
I mean, you're getting kind of.
He's terrible.
Okay, but you're getting desperate at this point.
Yeah.
Who in the fuck in their right mind?
Yeah, you
wants
got
to go?
you got what, a month before spring training?
I'd like to see him bring that kid of his and be the bat boy again.
Yeah.
All right. Well, moving on, ladies and gentlemen. This is
What?
this is the time of the show where we have our favorite segment that we do every week. This segment we like to call the shitty situation.
Wait, are we still going to do the lock of the week? Because we can't all take the same game.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the shitty situation of the week. Basically, it's a would you rather. We have a situation where you have to pick one or the other. What is our shitty situation of the week this week, Jeremy?
Well, I know if you guys are anything like me, you were born to dance, right? And for any dancer, the ultimate dream would be to be in this J-Lo Shakira halftime show as one of the backup dancers. There's nothing more dignified that you can possibly do. So you're taking center stage. You're on national TV. You've got white spandex pants on, like I wear pretty often. Would you rather, in the middle, while the camera's right on you, have a wardrobe malfunction, the crotch rips out, and you don't want your panty line to show, so now you're just fucking cocking balls to the world, and that nice wardrobe malfunction? Or would you rather be like, going to do like the splits and just shit your pants? Just explosive diarrhea, and now your ass is just dripping brown and yellow. Just,
Because the show,
lot of fun.
The show must go on, right?
absolutely.
So you're dancing through either one.
This is my moment. We'll deal with the problems later. I don't care if I get diaper rash.
Oh God.
Yeah, and no way that I'm doing. I mean, just the excitement of it. I'm gonna have a hard on. So, dance with my boner exposed or shit my pants.
And you're around Shakira and J-Lo, so that's gonna be a given.
Sure,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Derek.
Well, let's see. A little fun fact about me, a lot of you probably both didn't know, is I used to be a stripper.
We figured.
That's why your
just got
nickname is
that-
the Wreck.
Yeah, no,
You got that look.
my stripper name was actually Sludge.
I
yeah.
figure you brought down the stripper pole, which was a support beam as well for the building.
No,
Oh,
no.
It was load bearing.
it was load bearing, yeah.
But I'd probably go with the cock and balls hanging out, not because I'm proud of it, but because I don't even know if the camera would catch it. It's so small. So I'm gonna go with that. Plus, I got onion rings on my cock, so I got a snack during my dance.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
There you go.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with.
What if Shakira and J-Lo just thought nothing of it and went and grabbed onion rings? Do you share onion rings?
I'm a sharer. And the odd chance that they look at that thing and are like, man, I kind of want some of that. And they could have some of that. So my wife doesn't listen to this show because she knows what's good for her. But that's what I'm going with. I'm fucking beanbag it out there. I don't care. I'm good with it.
Jeremy?
Me? Well, as you guys know, as a lifelong Royals fan, I have always been a big fan of George Brett, one of my idols. And George Brett, there's a very famous video of George Brett at spring training when he's there kind of in a coaching role where he knew that a microphone was pointed at him as he went and talked to, I believe, the pitching coach. And he just walks up, I shit my pants last night. Yeah, we went out to steak dinner, had a great fucking meal, and it was just so rich, and my stomach wasn't used to it. I just shit my fucking pants. And I want to be like George Brett and shit my pants.
Oh God. This is terrible because this is embarrassment and embarrassment. Which one's more embarrassing?
That depends. Some people
Have a huge dick.
Yeah, if I was banging around with a huge fucking wanger, then yeah,
that might get you.
let your flag fly.
That you would certainly have a future in the adult movie industry.
Absolutely.
Even
right
with a
after that.
tiny one, you might have a shot at it.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, you're
Everybody's
famous.
seen it.
Fuck, they tried to make Octomom.
Especially if you're hard. At the Super Bowl
Yeah.
halftime, millions are watching. You keep it hard. I mean, you got a
Yeah.
job. That's the most difficult thing in porn.
I can only keep it hard if people are watching me. That's kind of a weird thing. That's why I want my wife to shut up.
That way the other people aren't disturbed.
I don't know. I have a huge problem with fecal matter, like other people's
Yes,
mind, my
and-
dogs. I don't like it, and I don't.
Would have never known that about you.
I
it
know
grosses
people
me
who
out.
will not even acknowledge that they shit.
Oh
They're so just turned off by the subject even.
I thought
no.
Scotty was kind of into getting shit on.
no,
I
no,
thought that was his thing.
Oh, I thought that's what you meant by you have a thing about shit.
no,
Oh,
no. Like
would
I
have never guessed that about you.
I
would've swore
can't
you were
pick
into
up my
shit.
dog's poop because I'll start throwing up. I smell it, I start throwing up. It's not a good thing.
Never chili dogged anybody, Scotty?
Nope, never.
Okay.
Don't want to. Not my thing.
All right.
You do whatever you do elsewhere. Just don't bring me up and yeah.
Oh, I'm not chili dogging you.
Okay, thank God.
Not
No,
yet.
I will cock and ball, just free all and do the Macarena to it. I don't give a shit.
Right, because you've got to finish.
Yeah, that's right.
You can't
Shaking
even.
my hips
and there's
and
a lot of
everything.
jazz hands in this dance, and
Yeah.
it's a number with a lot of this shit. So you can't even keep covered
Nope.
up. You
Nope.
got to let your freak flag fly.
I'll even use the Lawnmower 2000 and make sure that's nice and prepped for the Super Bowl as well.
See, here's the thing, Scotty.
I don't even know
And
if
this
it's
is,
2000.
I hate to just throw baseless accusations out there, but the fact that you prep ahead of time tells me this maybe wasn't a malfunction. This
It
is
was
something
on
you planned.
purpose.
What the fuck, Scotty?
Maybe.
You're that kind of guy. God damn it. You ruined a perfectly good halftime show. My kids might be watching.
They got to learn sometime.
They sure do.
They listen to us. You learn some stuff, right?
my son doesn't listen to this.
That's fine.
My son doesn't even know who I am.
Yeah, fuck him. But anyways.
I'd rather not.
No, don't do that. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching the show. We'll put that one up on a poll as well on our Facebook page. You can check us out at the Unfiltered Sportscast on Facebook. I'm getting better with Instagram, which is Unfiltered Sportscast. Twitter, not so much. Unfiltered Crew or at Unfiltered Crew. And then you can also watch all of these episodes now on YouTube, which is our channel, Unfiltered Sportscast. Do us a favor, any chance you get, please leave us a 5-star rating. That helps us out a lot, especially on iTunes or Apple Podcasts. That helps us get the show out. And, guys, just do us a favor. If you listen to the podcast consistently, tell a friend about it. Tell your family about it. You guys are our advertising, and we sincerely appreciate it. But like we always say, if you like us, what do I always say? If you like us, do us a favor, tell your friends, tell your family. If you don't like us,
we hope you take Ambien and X-Lax and your buddy super glues your ass cheek shut.
if you don't like us,
Tell your enemies.
And until next time, guys,
Take that filter off and make it dirty.
see ya. Take care.
Yeah.